Last night, I got so sick that the thought crossed my mind that I might die. That's just how sick I was. When you get to be 95, these things cross your mind now and then. So anyway, it was a condition of wanting to throw up. You know how bad you feel. Sort of when you want to throw up, you get sick to your stomach. Well, this was 10 times as bad. I had been getting a little sick to my stomach the last 4 or 5 days. About the time I started taking this Citpro, which is an antibiotic. They weren't too bad. It was just like, you kind of want to throw up, but you can't. Like you had to air in your stomach. Anyway, I called Tom to say, "Tom, take me to the hospital." So he took off and was on his way. In the meantime, I'm talking to the nurses, but they told me that if I had to go to the hospital, it would take hours. Well, I told them I'd call my son. He was coming, but you think you just get sick, call 911, and they jerk you to the hospital? Apparently not. Anyway, by the time Tom got here, which is 30 minutes away, I was beginning to feel somewhat better. And just like the other evenings, after a while, you're over it. So I guess, but this condition seems to has existed since I started taking that Citpro antibiotic. If you take that stuff, I looked up the side effects, and they're about a mile long as my arm. I mean, they're really bad. You got to be real sick to take those things. Okay, well, Kay wasn't in her room she wasn't in the dining room when I got there, and I went down to her room, and she was being attended to by one of the caregivers, and she said, give him 10 minutes. So I went back to the dining room and listened to kind of a rowdy bunch of women. They noisy. One of them especially noisy. She's always making various kind of noises. Well, she's sings and loud and that sort of thing. Anyway, I went back and she had already left. He looked for her. She had already gone. He said, she went down that way looking for me. So I went down and got her and took her to the dining room, and we sat there a while. Then I took her to her room, and we stayed there till time to go. I had an extra half hour almost a day because the bus was very late picking us up. So we had a deal, and she was happy to see me and seemed pleasant and smiling when I told her that I'd be back tomorrow. Try to get that gal out of the room that's with her now. She comes in, and while we're there, she's the one who had the TV trouble with the day before. The maintenance guy had disconnected my modem and put it on her TV, which he had no right to do because it was my modem. Anyway, I don't listen to it when she comes in. So I just stay with Kay and hold her hand, and she's happy with that. I'm going to look into putting out a newsletter, visual newsletter, movie newsletter. Instead of posting it to YouTube, send it by email through Google. I think I can do that, which will allow me to be a little more open in my coverage of living at an assisted living place and other things that go on, personalities and type of people that run them, which might make more interesting conversation. But I've got to see just exactly how it will work.